Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome back. We no longer tavern talk. We are Shebeen diski ringers. We're gonna ring and talk and dissect all the games during the week, during the weekend. Welcome back. This is George Wanyani here. I got KB Langs, the Langs. What's up?
Hey,
How you
what's up,
doing, bro?
guys? Hey, what's up? Hey. Hello, everyone out there. Thank you for coming out, man.
Also got Ali Mash down here. Our
Hey, welcome, welcome,
seasoned
welcome.
Arsenal supporter. How you doing?
Die hard, die hard, die hard. Happy, happy, happy. Happy,
We
die hard
we
Arsenal fan.
ah la la. Let's see what happened this weekend with Arsenal. We have headlines coming up. On our headlines today, we hear that Arsenal,
Hmm.
y'all did well, hey? Jesus on hand to answer Arsenal's prayer. They've been praying for us for this for a long ass time, eh?
We got a player there. We got
We got a
a
player. We got a
player,
player in
player and a
Jesus.
half.
Y'all
Yeah.
did well by getting that. We also have a good headline for City. King Kevin reigned over ruthless City victory. Right?
Hmm.
They walloped 4-0.
Mm,
Jeez.
mm, 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 mm,
And with
mm,
that
mm.
4-0, Holland didn't even score. Imagine. Goddamn.
Yeah, no? Okay.
And another surprise that happened, Chelsea feels the blues as Spurs refuse to lose. That we got to dissect nicely.
It was a tough game. Tough
It
game.
was a
Tough game.
very tough game that we had. Brilliant bees buzz over uh, after demolishing Reds Devil. That was a
Hmm.
surprise for me. I know that Manchester United is not that good, but hey, that was a real surprise.
Four
Indeed.
nails, quite a hiding, quite a hiding.
Quite hiding.
Shocking, man.
And my biggest disappointment was yesterday when Liverpool drew. Eagles swoop over Anfield as Liverpool's winless start continues.
Hmm.
Hey,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, we don't just cover the EPL, we also cover the PSL. Breaking news,
Hmm.
breaking news. Mamelodi Sundowns embarrasses Kaiser Chiefs and
Hey,
left
man.
us
Hey.
Arsenal's nightly.
Hey.
A hiding of note, ladies and gentlemen, hiding of note.
Shinduku, bathela thupa bafana ba Sundowns mfana.
Artlavo, Artlavo, Artlavo.
Kaiser Chiefs
Early
didn't even
days.
turn up to Loftus. That's what Arthur Zwane says.
Hmm.
And on the other game, we have Orlando Pirates lack confidence in front of goals.
Yeah.
That's why Daniel Clayton gets off the mark as Chippa United punishes wasteful Pirates. Reading, man, reading.
Yeah.
Let's go back at it. Ladies and
Okay.
gentlemen, we're going to start off with the EPL. As we said, we have the Chelsea game. Let's talk about the Chelsea and Tottenham game. That was a humdinger of a game.
Yeah.
Kevin,
Yeah.
what did you think of that game now?
Look, man, two things that stood out strongly for me, man, is Chelsea just continued back to where they've left off or where they've always been, relying on a one goal and, trying to keep a clean sheet throughout the game. That wasn't, planned or rather expected by Spurs. I mean, they had a different ball game all planned. I said it last week where I said, Antonio Conte had the wings planned up. So, those guys didn't really show up, but there was a really a good fighting spirit within the team of Spurs. And yeah, they carried on the good. I mean, we had some thrill and drama towards the end of the game with the whole Antonio Conte and
And
Tiki,
Tuchel. Yeah, that
shaking
was
hands.
a fight
And
of
there was a,
note, eh?
yeah, I mean, we see
Both
this.
coaches getting red cards.
Correct,
Ah,
correct, correct. And I mean, we see this quite often, with the big teams. but just not in recent terms. We've seen this kind of rivalry before. Antonio Conte has done it before while he was still at Chelsea, so not surprised that this kind of thing still exists. So yeah, like I said, that overall disappointed in Chelsea not to keep their heads up. I think they lack discipline. The guys, they started fighting and crying and not playing to the whistle. When they should have just stood up and took the game as it comes and
But
wait for the ref.
as you see the stats, look at Chelsea. He's
They had all
ball
the ball, man.
possession
They had all
at
the ball,
sixty
ball
four percent.
possession. Yeah.
Yeah,
They were dominating the game.
true, 100%. First half, I mean, they went into halftime at 1-0, and everything was just in favor of Chelsea. I don't think any bookmaker or bookie would have said to you, bet on this game to go into a draw. They would have all said to you, look, your money is safe and sound in Chelsea. But hey, the tables turned in the second half. I wonder what was the halftime talk that Antonio took them through. But definitely it worked in favor of Spurs.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. The thing is, they never stop fighting attitude. So they kept on grinding and grinding and grinding till the last minute,
True.
scoring at the 96th minute. That's
Oof.
that's Manchester United, Alex Ferguson time right there.
That's right. That's
So
right.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
That's right.
we
That's right.
we, we can't fault them for that. They fought hard, eh?
Like I
But
say, man, Chelsea really lacked discipline. I mean, the first goal came as the guy stopping and said, there was a foul on me, and everyone sort of dropped their
the
concentration,
guard,
pounced. Spurs pounced on that and they scored. Second goal, similarly, Cacarella got pulled by the hair by Romero, and sort of everyone thought it was like, ref, and there was some time taken with VAR. I mean, the referee obviously has a history, against Chelsea.
Chelsea. Yeah,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, last year we saw the similar thing where Reece James got a red card against Liverpool. Controversial. It was a stop on the line, but hey, we're not gonna talk about that. That was last year. So the same referee again in the same game, and yeah,
but
we
I
ended up
must say
losing.
that Cucurella, it should have been a foul. It should have been a
100%,
foul. That's
100%,
what the coach was saying. That both goals should not have been allowed.
100%,
So,
100%.
but this is football. We gotta play to the whistle. So
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely.
But I
there
think
might be
again
complaint.
with the London derby, like or games between them, Chelsea and Tottenham, always difficult game. Emotions, man. Like if you look at the reaction from both managers, I mean, they were emotionally charged,
True.
and I was a bit disappointed because I expected better from both managers. I mean, if as a manager you can't control your emotions, what do you expect the players to
Mm.
do? I mean, for me, it was a negative when it comes to both managers.
But
But
you know
anyway,
what, Ali? Both managers are human beings, man. And emotion, soccer is all about emotions. And
but
you know,
but check where it
it
got them. Like now they're
it
both
happens,
suspended.
man. It happens. If you don't have passion for what you do, what do you have? So they let it all out on the field, and at times it spills out. What
Yeah.
can we do?
Look, I
Yeah,
agree with
control.
you. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, Ali. You go ahead.
Yeah, no, I mean they could have controlled the emotions, man. We don't need to see such ugly scenes. I mean, it's look, it's a game of football. Yes, there's emotions and everything, but imagine if every game was gonna end
Was
like
like that.
this. Yeah,
Nah, I
so
get you. I
we
get you. I
expect
get you.
better from them. They
Yeah.
must control their emotions.
100%. That's what I was about to
Yeah.
say, Lina Ali. I agree, Ali, totally, because I believe these guys, they get paid tremendous amount of money to go into football management, and that comes with,
Discipline.
serious amount. This could have been a fan that runs into the pitch and goes and wants to hug you, and you push him on your face. That type of
Mm,
thing
mm,
is gonna happen. You need to be ready for it. Similarly
yeah.
with this. coaches fighting on the pitch line. It just sends a strong, or rather a bad message, or rather vibe, into the dressing room. I mean, what can you effectively discuss after the game with the boys? I mean, what's the first training ground? What are you going to talk to the boys coming out with that, that kind of attitude? You should be setting an example, if anything. But
Exactly.
Nah, no, I get you. I get you. I get you. I get you. What are you gonna say? You got a red card. You got ejected. So if I get a red card, I'm just following what the coach does. If
exactly,
I
exactly.
Nah, I get you. I
Overall, happy Kane finally scored. In his first few fixtures, in the league. He's obviously at that.
And year on year, he struggles the
Yeah,
first couple of games. He
He
doesn't
starts scoring
score.
in September. Like
yeah,
that's
Yeah.
when you start
So
scoring. Yeah.
hey,
yeah,
Harry Kane.
yeah. They
He
make it.
broke his own record.
Yeah, yeah. Overall, like I said, my man of the match was Rhys James, man. I think he did a good job on Son.
Oh
We didn't
yes.
see Son at all during the game. I mean,
No, yeah. Did you see that James, wherever Son was,
yeah,
James was not far away. I was
correct.
actually very worried that Loftus Cheek was playing a wing back and James was playing centre back, but they worked that very well. I must
True.
say that I really commend the defending of Chelsea. I like overall play, apart from letting in
Yeah.
goals.
Yeah, no,
No.
they played really well.
Yeah, and I mean, Koulibaly scored a cracking goal, man. Contender,
Dude, bruh,
contender
that
of the
volley
season,
was
goal
On
out
of
the
of
the
this
season.
volley, yeah.
world.
Yeah, that was, you know, I mean, people will still continue to say, yeah, goals are coming in from the back for Chelsea. It's always we've got defenders scoring, never a strike. I mean, I was really hoping to see Sterling score,
Oh
register,
yes.
but
Same here, same here, same here, eh?
yeah, but the goals are still coming from defenders, man. Or it's from a spot kick.
You
It's
know what? As long as the goals are coming, for now, it's the beginning of the season, bruh. Uh, it's give it 5 games, and then
Yeah, they need to
everything
get
will
into the
will start gelling.
rhythm and yeah.
That's what we say every season, guys. By the way, we say that every season, and every season we see Lukaku come in and he fails to score goals. We see Timo Werner come in, he fails to score goals every season. But you
And
see
then
about
did you
Rudiger
see
scoring
Timo
goals.
Werner scored this weekend?
Oh yeah, but did you see him also? He was at the stadium after the game. He came
Really?
through, yeah, at the Chelsea stadium. He was there. He was
Really? Oh.
seen greeting Choloba there.
Oh,
High
nice.
five. One of the guys at the studio was saying he probably forgot his toiletry bag in London. So, yeah,
He was like, shucks, I need to go get that.
yeah. There's an expensive cologne in that bag I need to get. But
He
yeah,
left his sunlight green bar soap with down
oh, yeah.
there.
There we go. There we go.
All right. And then Ali, what did you think overall? Man of the match, your man of the match
For Chelsea
for
and
Chelsea,
Tottenham.
Tottenham Chelsea game.
I think
Do you give it to Kane? Do you give it to?
I think Rhys James, like KP was saying, he did a splendid job on keeping one of the dangerous strikers silent throughout the game
Yeah,
in Son.
in
So
Son.
yeah, I'll give it to him.
Nah, but hey, Son is the man, bro. I know that because of it's an English game, and everyone is always talking about Kane. But Son,
Son makes that
Proper,
team tick.
proper,
he's a
proper,
proper, he's a proper
Yeah.
man.
proper.
All right. I know, Ali, you are itching to be talking about your Arsenal.
The Gunners. Yeah, man. I think I was overall impressed with how we played. Though we considered like
Okay.
silly goals, we didn't keep like um, we didn't we would score, then they will come back and score, which for me was a worry because you need to sustain the lead, like give dominate teams. Don't let them score you like easy goals But overall, it was a good game. I'm impressed with the high scoring that you've experiencing now with Arsenal. I've been following them during the preseason. Their friendlies, they've been scoring high, like they're scoring 4 or 5. So now I'm glad to see this that form coming back into the PSL as well. So 4-2, quite a nice score margin right there. I hope we take this form into the next game. I was happy.
Uh,
Jesus, top striker. I think this is the top signing for us now.
Yeah, I think for not the same, man. Jesus, I think he's definitely you know the talk of the town is, Arsenal is really benefiting from, Man City rejects, from
Yeah, yeah.
Zinchenko, Arteta, and Jesus. So I mean, he's putting in a hard work. He's really running around, playing for the team. I mean, some of the things you see him do off the ball, like, he has a way of being able to just look at, who's behind me, where's the other players, and he takes the ball and he immediately pushes it to the other side, and he makes it 1 or 2 dribbles, to look for an open player. So those kind of things, I think it's something that I think for a while that we haven't seen in the EPL. I'm now going overall, where you see a striker that's willing to put in a work ethic for the team,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Jesus is really doing that. I honestly still believe if he had a choice still to come to Chelsea or Arsenal, I'd say go to Arsenal. It's a better formation,
it's
better format
for him, yeah,
for
for his
him.
style of
For
play
him.
and all of
You
that.
know,
Yeah.
all those guys,
And the
Odegaard
thing
and all.
is, the coaching wise, it's not that different because Arteta used to work under Pep and all of that. So he used to be at City.
Yeah,
So he's used to such.
Yeah.
So Arteta was looking at him and looking at him for a while and saying, "Hey, bruh, you'll come to me one day, eh?"
yeah, yeah.
And I think for
The
him, it's continuity more than anything because, like you
yeah.
say, he worked with Arteta. They've got this understanding. I was even listening to his post-match interview where he was saying he's happy at Arsenal because he wasn't happy how he was used at Man City. So you can see now he's trying to open
Mm,
up. He's happy there.
But
mm.
for a soccer player, if you're not getting game time, you're definitely not happy, especially when you're at your peak.
And when
You
they
you
bring you
want to
in,
get regular game time, even
exactly,
Yeah.
and
if it's a small team or a medium team. It's not as high as a City. It doesn't win as many
trophies.
trophies.
Yeah,
But if you get regular time, you get chance to prove yourself. So because he's getting regular time here, then we'll
he would be
see the
happy.
proper Gabriel.
Jesus, yeah.
Mm.
Lovely, man. Yeah, I definitely
Yeah, but
commend him on that.
everyone, even Zinchenko, like you all are saying, is gonna do wonders. I know that
True.
even he used to get game time at City more than JC, but I think he found a home. He's
Yeah.
also gonna be enjoying it. I know that defenders they don't get as much recognition, but I think he will get a lot of love at Arsenal.
At
What do
Arsenal,
you
yeah.
What do you mean? Van Dijk is being talked every day. I don't understand.
Van Dijk is world class. You
What,
can't
what,
put
what- you see what I mean? You see what I mean?
Zinchenko and
You
Van Dijk in
see,
the same
the same
sentence,
defenders don't
bro.
get love.
Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah, ne? Liverpool man.
Hey.
Yeah.
Speaking of Van Dijk, yeah, man, hey, the Monday game. Ugh.
Uh,
I was thoroughly disappointed at the boys.
yeah.
I know that this is gonna sound as an excuse, which is always sounding as an excuse. But the injuries that we have as Liverpool, it's just
Mhm.
seriously hampering our game. I know Gomez was in the substitute bench, but Gomez wasn't 100% match fit. He could
Mhm.
only do 45 minutes. So that's why Phillips, the slow Phillips, um, came in.
Couldn't handle the paces.
Hey, couldn't handle the pace. Look at the midfield. Most of our midfielders are injured. So we have it hard. And our biggest problem is we have such a small squad, and then we can't really handle injuries. Last season, we didn't get that many injuries. The season before that, that's why we didn't do that well because of injuries over injuries. I'm hoping that we get players, man, because it's just not nice. But I must say that we dominated that game like nobody's business. If you
even
check
after the red card, I mean, you still managed to pull a goal.
You know what? I feel that the red card actually helped us because what they did was they were throwing balls to Nunes, and they defended with what, 5 players? Everyone was behind the ball apart from Zaha. So after Nunes got the red card, then we started playing on the ground, Liverpool proper football. That's
when the goal
what
came.
helped us. That's what helped us.
Yeah, I see
You
what
know,
you mean.
having 73% ball possession doesn't mean anything if you're not using it to attack the.
Yeah.
But okay, I'm gonna ask you a question.
Thoroughly. And
Look,
I actually blame you, Ali.
Why?
You said that they would score.
I wanted you to
You
hurry
gave us bad luck.
to get to the game quick.
yeah. Look, Gijo, my question is, man, you're saying your squad is very small. What has changed about your squad that is small? Your total squad that is
No. It's always been small.
okay.
Our biggest thing was that we always kept our players fit. But now our players are getting old. Our players are getting injured. Uh, our players are being sold, and we're not replacing. We actually want to bring players from academy. So Elliot is from the academy. He was playing there. Milner is old,
Yeah, no,
though he's very resourceful.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the legs, but uh, so Keita was coming back from injury. That's why he didn't come in. Uh, the rest of the team is quite young, so we need to get proper first team players. Break the bank, get someone in order to win the PSL. I was thinking that normally City starts off very slowly, and like December time, then they pick up speed and then they win the league. I'm like hoping that we're doing what City does. Start off slow and then pick up speed. Don't say now.
So the issue with picking up slow, or rather City
Starting
starting
off slow.
slow, it's not that they're losing games or anything. It's just
No,
that
I
they've
get
got
it.
a much more hectic, probably schedule, right? So by the time we all get to like 15 games, they are still on 13 games or 12 games. So they still have to catch up on number of games. So that's a slowness that they will have. By the time they catch up, trust you me, they're gonna run to the top spot. So I wanted to comment or maybe speak on the defense of
Our
Liverpool.
defense.
Yeah, I mean, I know Matip is out. I
Yeah.
know Konate is
Yeah,
out. So
Konate.
is out. So and you commenting on Phillips and Gomez.
Yeah, Gomez was coming back from injury, so he wasn't 100% match fit. So that's why they only put him in second half.
Fair
So
point. Fair point. Where I'm coming from is you have other players that are all rounders, and I believe Liverpool has sort of done this before with guys like Henderson. He's played center back before, when
yeah,
required.
Fabinho has played center back before.
So many. So
So, but
why
you
throw
know
those
what?
people?
Those are not their positions, man.
I get
Uh,
that. I get that.
But now you have crisis. That's where you
Yeah,
need them to
no,
come in and
you
fill
need
in those slots where you
100%.
feel you lacking right now.
you know what? Like we were saying last week, Klopp is the one that works with these players in the uh, on the grounds. He sees them when training and all of that. Maybe he thought that Phillips would have done better, but Fabinho is not that fast. Henderson is not that fast. So Zaha needed a faster defender to deal with him. So even if he put uh, a stopgap, I think, according to me, it would have been the same as Phillips for now, unless he would have started with Gomez in order to solidify the defender, and then halftime take him out because he's not 100%. So hopefully that would have worked. But because even if he had done that, we were playing into their hands. They were like had everyone back, so we couldn't attack nicely. We couldn't penetrate their defense until Nunes got baited into a red card,
Yep.
and then we decided to change the gameplay from always looking for our striker
Yep.
and going, hey, let's go back to what we know.
Okay.
Go tika teka, and play the ball on the ground, and boom.
Man
KB,
City.
what did you
Yep.
think of the slaughter, the demolishing Man City of Bournemouth?
Look, man. Uh, three words, man, no, three letters. KDB. I think um, season after season. What more can we say about the man? Eh? What can you really say? The goal he put in across was just, out of, out. It was crazy. It was just unbelievable. To the pass he made, to Foden to score. It's just crazy. But I think all importantly is, again, like I mentioned even in the last time, is Pep is really got tricks up his sleeve, and he knows when to play it and how to play it. Um, Gundogan is now got apparently he's got the armband. He's now the captain.
Mm.
As to why the reason, I thought KDB would become a captain, but hey, he's turned in him to entrusted on him. But the whole plan now changes, and I know how there's been a whole scuffle in the dressing room because Bernardo Silva has been chased by Barcelona.
Oh
Barcelona's
yeah, I heard that. Oh,
Barcelona.
Bernardo Silva. I
Yeah.
actually thought that it was Bernardo Silva that wanted to go, but now where does Barcelona get the money? Because I thought they were in financial trouble.
So that's the whole thing now. Two things. I mean, Spotify came in. They've got the whole transfer or the new sponsorship of Spotify that throwing in a whole lot of millions. But from a salary cap perspective, because
Mm.
the La Liga has a salary cap that
Oh,
they
yeah.
cannot go over above. They have to get rid of players, which is where now Chelsea see themselves, looking to
De Jong.
grab Frankie De Jong. I mean, I showed you the figures last time. Frankie De Jong collects 560 or
60, yeah, dude.
560 a week. That's crazy money.
A lot of money.
It's crazy. I don't think, I mean, Ronaldo is probably the highest, and he's only on 400 and some odd.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's going to earn close to
And
that.
remember, Barcelona still owes him money.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So those are the monies that now obviously they're trying to make sure that, they reshift and reshuffle and, get him. Memphis Depay is probably going to go to Juventus. The talks are already,
Ongoing.
yeah,
They're
the teams have,
advanced.
yeah, Juventus has already made an offer, I think, to Barcelona. And that is also happening. Chelsea is still trying to also get Aubameyang. With the release of those three players, easily
And
they can afford Bernardo Silva.
but
And one other option they have, I think I heard somewhere that they for Sergio Busquets to take a salary cut as well to try
I
and
think,
accommodate.
yeah,
Yeah.
I
So
think I think him and Jared Piqué already accepted a salary cut.
salary cut.
okay.
Yeah, I think they've,
Yo.
they've already accepted that salary cut. It's crazy. Like I say, is that the brackets are so difficult, or how it's determined, in a La Liga is based on your turnover. So if you're turning, let's say, 100 million, then they'll say like 10% of that could be salary.
Yeah. But you know what? Barcelona is one of the biggest teams in the world. So the
Yeah, look, turnover is yeah, like I said,
is
that
different.
yeah, because definitely, things like winning competitions also adds to your turnover.
Yeah, true, true, true.
So a team like Real Madrid has done tremendously well. They can afford to put in 3 or 4 more players at a high salary. Rudiger can come in there and say, "I want 400." And
No, that's why when it comes to Real Madrid, when they want a player, uh, it doesn't linger on for a long time.
nah, I think
They want
They
and then
go
they
and
get,
get.
And I think
and
the
then they
player
get
also just, I think also the player just wants to be,
to
wants,
play.
yeah, it's Real Madrid after all, guys.
Yeah.
Which player out there doesn't want to see themselves playing for Real Madrid?
But then again, it's the same as Barcelona. That's why players say are willing to take a salary cut to go
True,
to play at Barcelona.
true.
So, hey, we are diverting, bruh.
Yeah, sorry to derail you. I'm the one who did that, but it was all about Bernardo Silva. So, like I was saying, is that yeah, look, the change in team, like the exit of Zinchenko, Sterling, and and everyone else, hasn't really doubted the ability of. I expected 4-0, man. Let me put it that way.
You know what? It doesn't weaken the
Yeah,
team at all
at
because the
all.
thing is, uh, with City they have a backup in every position
Yeah,
and
yeah.
a good backup at that.
And it
You know,
seems as if Bournemouth have prepared for the guy Haaland. Meanwhile, they forgot that there's a De Bruyne in the middle of the park. That
Exactly.
is the
yeah.
most dangerous player right there.
100%.
So when
100%.
they paid so much attention on Haaland, he was having a field day on the day.
No, you see, last week we were saying that the brainer was quiet, so he was like, "Hey, don't sleep on me now. I'm here. I'm here."
Yeah.
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 Yeah, even that first goal, who is this? The brain. No, was it the first goal where Haaland could have had a tap in, Foden it couldn't pass to
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Haaland. Yeah,
It,
Haaland was like, I wanted to score there, bruh. And he
yeah.
also
Assistance.
wants the glory, eh?
Yeah.
I think even the goal itself that Foden scored,
Mm.
he could have passed it to Haaland, but he's a striker also. He needs to take his chances, I think.
Yeah, that's why I was saying last week he's quite quiet. So
Yeah.
uh, he wanted just like who's this guy? Just like Kevin De Bruyne, he wanted to be in the spotlight in a
Yeah.
way. Or
Yeah.
hey, I'm also contributing. Hey, Pep, don't put me out in the bench. I can
Mm.
do this.
Yeah.
So everyone is fighting for a spot there.
True.
Or the only one that will be there game in game out would be Haaland, would be Kevin De Bruyne now.
But
And
if Pep can let go of Gabriel Jesus and Sterling, who knows? Nobody's safe at City. Come next year, somebody might be leaving as well. So you
in the
need to
chopping
be,
blocks.
yeah, you need to be on top of your game at all times.
What do you think, Ali? What do you think? How long, do you think Pep is still going to be at City? Like another 2, 3 seasons?
I
What's
think I
your
read
thought?
somewhere where it was said that Pep said he now wanted to a bigger challenge, as in maybe coach
And
a national team.
national team, yeah.
So I don't think after City, Pep would go for
But
another club. Maybe he would look for a national team to coach or something.
the
Maybe
biggest
2 years.
question is, sorry, Ali, go on.
Yeah, I think 2 more seasons at City, he might call it quits.
My biggest question is, do you think that this season, Champions League, because Bayern couldn't do Champions League, this City hasn't been able to do to lift the Champions League Cup. Do you think with the arrival of Alvarez
Haaland.
and Haaland, then Champions League they will take it?
They stand a chance.
Yeah, look, always, every season they stand
Every
a chance.
season they
They
stand a
stand a
chance,
chance. But
but
yeah, look, it all goes with what the others are also doing. I think you've seen Real Madrid. I still think Madrid, Benzema is on
Madrid.
fire. Vinicius Junior is still on fire. You know,
Vinicius Junior, bro.
yeah. So
Yes.
now you see Barcelona. They've reinforced. They've got Lewandowski in there.
They drew this weekend Barcelona
Look,
against what?
With the Minos, like
Ah,
small team. But let us not go there. We are not in Spain. Let's come back. We
but you
yeah,
know
still
what? We
mm,
can't say Minos and all of that. Look at Liverpool, such a huge team, drawing against a
no,
newly promoted team and Crystal
Fulham.
Palace. So anything can happen. These leagues are just too difficult to call.
Yeah, yeah,
So, you know, gone are the days where we say that a team is a minnow. We need to put some respect in a top flight team.
mm.
If you can make it to a Premier League, then
you are as good as
you are
everyone
as
else.
good. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
There's no free 3 points. Every team should know that. You
true,
know, you go in guns blazing, no
true.
matter who you play.
Yeah, and I mean,
Uh,
yeah. Look, speaking of minnows now, or rather small teams. I mean, Nottingham Forest played against West Ham this weekend. They scored their
Mm.
very first goal in the Premier League ever since back in the '60s. Something crazy, some nice history behind that. Um, but yeah, I mean, we got Lingard there and
Hey,
Owen.
Lingard got Nottingham. As we were
mhm.
talking last season, last week about sponsorship. Did you see Nottingham Forest didn't have sponsorship on the shirts?
Yeah, I did mention that last week. I said they don't have a name on their
Oh
jersey.
yeah,
Yeah, so it's crazy. I don't
Hopefully,
know.
after beating West Ham, somebody might come on board because now
Yeah,
they proved that no, you know what, we are here
we
and
belong.
we're just not adding numbers. We are here to compete.
Mm.
yeah.
So hopefully, somebody will come through and
And
give them
talking about
sponsorship.
minnows, we can jump to Brentford. What they did to the Red Devils. What a surprise!
The
Or was it a
hammering,
surprise?
the look for me, it was I like when we started. We all know that menu are struggling right now, but for Neil, I did not think. I think you could see, man, the style of play on the day for Manchester United, they were not comfortable with that. I mean, trying to play from the back. I think they were caught like twice trying to start from the back, and that's where
Oof,
the
yeah,
goals started coming. So
yeah.
you can see that they're still not comfortable playing like building from the back, you know. And it's kind of like Brentford knew, because each time De Gea tried to pass that ball to Ericsson, already
Mm.
someone is here breathing down his neck,
Mm.
pressing. That's how the goals, the mistakes were committed.
You know, speaking of that, Ali, um, I think, and possibly I'll have to go look into history, but I think the Gea is David De Gea is now, one of the longest serving goalkeepers for Man United. Previous to that, I think Peter Schmeichel did
Schmeichel, yeah.
he did 11 seasons. But David De Gea is now probably the highest serving. Everyone else in between, whether it was Mark Bosnich, who was it, Fabian Barthez, Van der Sar, all those guys, they were like 4 or 5 seasons. My feeling and my opinion is perhaps we need to start there. United need to start re-looking at their goalkeepers. That's number one. Number two is the leadership. Captain is nowhere to be found. I don't care what people say about Maguire, making all these memes and jokes about him. But in all honesty, Maguire is not a captain. He's doesn't know how to really bring up the team. When times are tough, he doesn't know how to, manage, your big stars like Ronaldo on the pitch. I feel Maguire, we need to change, or United needs to change. And get a new captain and a new goalkeeper. That's a start for me, and that I think that is lacking. If you look at the days when Roy Keane was the captain, he will definitely grab anyone. If you make a mistake like kicking back the ball, I mean, the mistake that was done is Martinez passes the ball to De Gea, and De Gea just passes it to somebody who's not even
Just
10
close
meters.
by when there's a striker, when
You know
there's
what I
an
mean?
opposition player right there.
Yeah.
All the
Clear
options
the
you
ball.
exactly. There were so many options, bruh. You could just hit it down to the center line. Ronaldo
Yeah.
could flick it. He chest up, it puts it down, and looks for options.
You
You
know what?
cannot just
Even not that. If you can kick it outside because there's danger close by.
not even, bruh. Like I said, it's a death ball. Remember, it's a goal kick, right?
Yeah.
You have nobody running to you. You have nobody running to you, right?
Oh
So
yeah.
Martinez kicks it to him again. I don't know what was the thinking there, right?
No, but the thing is, when you kick to the keeper is looking at the whole pitch. He can see a
Yes.
whole lot more options.
100%. But like I
So
said, they're standing together. It's a goal kick.
mm,
It's a goal kick. Both of you have enough time to look at the pitch.
to make a decision.
Yes. Now,
Yeah.
if you play it back to this keeper, it means you've got a better. Either you, or rather, I don't understand even why you even came to take the kick for the first
Yeah.
place. Is it the keeper cannot
Maybe
kick?
it's something that they worked on in training.
Yeah,
I don't know how come, but how
yeah.
can you work on something
Yeah,
like that?
I was gonna say, what if the instruction is from the bench that this is how you need to start your
Yeah.
play?
Fair point, fair point. And that's what I'm saying is with leadership, you start enforcing and implementing there. You scream out loud and say, look at your number six, look at Fred, look at, so and so, look at so and so. Because
You know what? Talking about
that,
that. Sorry to butt in. Remember when there were no king spectators in the stands?
yeah,
When you know, I once watched a Liverpool game, and hearing what the players were saying.
yeah,
Henderson was forever talking,
you could
either
hear him speak. Yeah,
encouragement
yeah,
or saying, "Hey, do this. Hey, good pass." You know,
yeah.
you always have to talk. You always have to
I know.
encourage and say that, "Hey, that pass was not good. Hey, do better next time." Blah blah blah. You know, I don't know whether Maguire does that.
And I know to add on that, George, as the captain, like KB was saying, leadership is key. You cannot be a captain and be as erratic like Maguire has been. I don't know if you noticed before they left the tunnel, I think they were standing on the wrong side. This guy is a captain. He doesn't even know which side
It's
the
our
home
side.
team, a home
Yeah.
team should stand. It took De Gea to alert him that, you know what, I think, dude,
On the wrong
we are,
side.
yeah, we're on the wrong side. Let's move over. And that's when they switch sides. As a captain, you are a leader. You need to be on top of your game. You
Yeah.
cannot be coming up to me, telling me for like trying to tell me the mistake that I committed. Meanwhile, you are as guilty.
As guilty.
You know what I mean. So
What we were talking about with Tuchel and
Yeah,
the
the red card.
coaches.
Yeah.
yeah,
How
yeah,
can they
yeah.
get the red cards? How do they act like this when you expect me to act better?
Yeah, no, that's exactly my point. Is
Yeah.
you have a Ronaldo that is frustrated that he's stuck in this team that is not winning, that is not gonna play Champions League, and he starts throwing his tantrums. He starts walking off, and he doesn't wanna. At the end of the game, he doesn't even come up to the stands and
And clap
applaud.
and say thank you for coming
You know,
through. Yeah.
he doesn't do that. Now, as a captain, you deal with it in the first game, right?
Yeah.
Because he did that in the first game, and you should have taken him in the dressing room and held him. Kawashi, not when I'm, you know,
Yeah.
don't come with that nonsense here. Wabon. You
Mm.
know, because like I said, that when you had guys like Patrick, Roy Keane, those are the guys
Like
that
proper captains
they
here
they
would.
they
Yeah.
they, they
Mm.
didn't take any of that nonsense, bro. They
Next,
didn't
next.
they didn't take that nonsense in the dressing room. And that's what's lacking, man. That's what's really lacking there at
And I
United.
mean, talking of Ronaldo, do you think he will stay at Man United?
But who's gonna want him? Who's putting in a bid for Ronaldo?
Hey, bro, there's a whole lot of teams that would
There
want
is,
Ronaldo on
there
board.
is, there's quite a lot of teams.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's got Jorge Mendes that will do and orchestrate a transfer in the last minute.
Yeah.
You know,
And I'm
if
sure there's offers already.
there is, yeah,
The offers we don't know of, they can't
yeah,
publish those. But
yeah.
I'm sure the inbox for his agent's inbox is full of requests,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. It's happening. It's going down in the DMs, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Or
maybe he will.
maybe that's why he's throwing his toys in.
He knows, yeah. If you
So
see
because
his
he
body
knows
language
that
last week
I'm going.
we were talking about him last week, sitting on the bench, pulling faces. You don't do that as a professional.
Exactly. Like
Yeah,
I
And
said,
so
he knows what's supposed to happen because he's been a professional
for
for
life.
years.
Yeah.
uh,
Oh yeah, you were asking about the Gea. He joined United in 2011, so he's been playing for 11 years now.
yeah. But like I said, that Peter Schmeichel also probably did 11 years. Um, I'm trying to think also, but the other guys are before my time. Um, but I think he's probably right up there as the longest serving goalkeeper. Yeah. Guys like Fabian Barthez, they came in and they won the Champions League and then they left, you
They
know.
left, yeah.
But Van der Sar also came in 2, 3, 4, 5 seasons, collected a few trophies and left.
And he left.
So yeah, the guy came in there very early, at the age of 20 or 19 probably. Was very young. But which speaks now to the next thing, George, about that is so United have also loaned out the reserve keeper Henderson
Oh yeah.
to Nottingham. Yeah, like I say, is that my gripe with United now, man, the rebuild, it needs to start happening. And Uba Ten Hagen, or my 10-10, my 10-10. You need to. We can't blame him all the time. Shame. I feel like every coach that has come into United has been blamed and fired. Um, but he needs to do an overall change. And his overall doesn't need money. My thinking is that he can work with the players that he
with
has.
the teams that he's got.
He can make Bruno a captain. He can start changing other players around. I mean, he still has Martial in the team. I don't know what the plan there is with Martial. Rashford there's so many talks about him leaving for
For
PSG.
PSG, yeah, I
I
heard.
think
And
120.
Amari, that those talks have been ongoing for a while now.
True.
But with the way the team is playing, I think most United players might be thinking, hey, let me
They
just
want to
leave this
push
team.
for
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, Icardi has left, or rather, there's talks of him leaving PSG. So there isn't really a number 9 there, if you think about it. Mbappe is not an out and out 9. You can use him as a 10. You can use him as a winger. There and
It's
there.
good coming from deep.
Correct.
From
Correct.
Yeah.
the winger.
So they could potentially look at having that guy in there. I know Chipo Moting went back to Bayern Munich, so there isn't really, like I say, a number 9 at PSG right now. But like I said, it's
Interesting.
the whole change that needs to happen at United. It needs to start with a keeper and then a captain, and then you start moving and clearing out the path for all the other guys in the pitch. Elanga probably can, if he gets more game time. We saw him blossom towards the end of last season. Maybe he could do well.
Maybe that blossom can come back and
You
then
know
he
what I
can.
mean? So maybe give him a starting. There's quite a lot of other players I can, go on about in United. But like I said, that you need to change the leadership. This thing of just coming into a team and accepting the current captain and saying, I'm going to continue with you. I know what it can do. It can upset many people when you come in and start changing the captain. But you as a coach, you need to start setting the person that you want. I mean, you came in with Ericsson and he went past everyone to go into the starting lineup, surely because you believe in him. So you can do the same with changing the
Let
captain.
you know he, like you were saying, he needs to start putting his foot down and saying that here's my style,
Yeah,
here's what I want to do. Either take it or a high road, my road or the high road, please.
And I'm of the opinion that Ten Hag is trying so hard to instill Ajax style of
Style
play
of
on
play.
Man United.
100%.
And those Man U players, they are so used to the Man United way. So for him to actually uh, instill that style of play in Man U, hey, it's gonna take a while, bro.
It is.
It's gonna take a while.
It is. It is.
Yeah, but hey, man, we'll see. We'll see. We'll just have to see what happens, eh?
Still early days.
Still early days.
We'll see
And
on game number 5, 6, 7. That's when
Well,
we'll start
the next
seeing
the next
consistency.
the next game is against Liverpool. I'm not sure who's gonna win there. Who's gonna come
I
out
think
top?
Liverpool are gonna collect their first maximum points of the season.
Ooh, okay.
you know what? That's what I think, but I know that, you know, when it comes to that derby, all the players say, like, beef up now. Anything
They
can
show
happen.
up.
They
Even
show up.
even United. I mean
So
United. They will show up.
that's why I'm saying United can show up all of a sudden,
Mm,
and it's gonna be a game. I think it's gonna be a good game. So we can't really we can't really count them out.
okay. Wow.
Though I want to count them out, I need the 3 points.
Yeah.
But like we were saying, no team is a walkover.
Yeah.
Uh, even if they are performing like Man United.
Yeah.
But as we were talking about strikers not performing,
Okay.
if we go into the PSL,
South
Cool.
I
African
mean Pirates,
PSL.
Orlando Pirates.
Yeah. I'll
We
start
gave
with.
Dane Clatey the first point.
Yeah. Yeah.
What did you think, KB?
Look, my thinking is, you know what? There was so much ball played, right? I just feel there's perhaps maybe a lack of like a holding midfielder. You know, we've got Monari playing the Mohare, that's you
Yeah.
know, and I don't think he's creative enough. Those guys, they get the ball, but they're not
They're
creative enough.
not moving it properly
Yeah, you
where it's
know,
supposed to go. They have the ball just for the sake of having the ball.
correct, correct. I think the coach is getting it tactically wrong. You know,
Yeah.
Jose is just his tactics
He's not.
probably
He doesn't really know strengths the players or
maybe
Yet.
yeah maybe that
yet.
maybe
I
that
think he needs more time with them, and then
Mm.
we
you see
can.
it's hard to say that because sometimes the coaches don't look at your strength, they rather look at their vision and
They
say,
want what they want.
yeah. And I think this is what's happening with this guy. He's saying that, I found this team and this is my vision and I want you guys to play to this. Where are my defenders? Where are my midfielders? Where are my
Mm,
strikers? And then he says, you guys, you must play like this. And that's what I'm saying is that you've got guys that are supposedly supposed to break the play and start, the attack. They are not doing that. A lot
yeah.
of passes are being passed back and so on. You've got Water running on the wings or Pule, Vincent Pule that were running and expecting balls, but they were not getting enough balls, right? Yeah, there's the Ghanaian guy. He missed a lot of chances when we got the ball. And was it Agna or Aga? Gosh, now I forgot his name. But he just failed at trying to convert those chances, and some of them were really clear cut. It was just one on one. You get a ball across one on one. You just have to try and get it somewhere in between the parameters of the goalpost. It will be
Avanga.
a goal. Avanga, that's the guy.
Ivanga.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
They really, really had the opportunities, but they didn't take a shot at
I
that.
think
And
Ivanga isn't he Cameroonian?
there's another guy
The
with the dreadlocks,
the
man.
one with the deadlocks. What do you call him? Just put the lineup, you'll see him.
That's what I'm trying to find, but I'll find it now. And then, all right. What about the other game?
Yeah. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that. Like I said, is that Chippa United came in with a plan to sort of hold Pirates back. They played 3-5-2, I think. To
Yes.
make sure that they cover the gaps and close all those gaps. So yeah, I think the plan for Pirates now is to get a striker and a good holding midfielder. That's where the changes are going into the season or any season that is being dominated by Sundowns. It's
Sundowns.
you want to come in and prove a point, because a lot of people were really, the fans are not happy that Fadley Davids had to go, Noncheba, Osama they call him. They had to that he had to go, and they had to go for find another foreign coach. It just didn't sit well on the on the Pirates
On the
faithfuls.
Pirate supporters. And
Yeah. So now this man has to come in and prove a point and bring in a trophy home. That's how.
yeah, we need a trophy. It's been a while
Yeah, yeah.
uh,
The
for
last
it.
trophy was what, MTN?
Eh,
Two
Yeah,
years ago.
2 years ago.
but it's still been a while for Pirates, bro.
You know.
Yeah.
Pirates game, I think they were wasteful. The cheaper goal could have well been a consolation goal had they scored all chances that they created. Pirates. So you see, when you lose, you don't convert your chances. That's when you will regret when that opposing team scores just one goal to bury the game.
No,
Pepra.
but
The name of the striker is
Yeah,
Pepra.
Pepra.
Yeah.
found it before I did.
Very,
But
very,
you know what?
very, very, very
That's
strong.
football for you. Like, uh, that's exactly what happened with Crystal Palace and Liverpool. Uh, they wanted one goal, defend, 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 and get that goal and defend again
Yeah.
for your lives.
Yeah.
Crystal Palace got unlucky because yes, we got the equalizer, but you saw when we went in for halftime how Patrick Evra, is it Evra, the
Vieira.
was
Patrick
smiling.
Vieira. Yeah.
Vieira, Evra was the defender. Vieira was smiling. Yeah, my tactics are working nicely.
And usually that is not the type of tactics he would employ.
No, he usually attacks, but he
Yeah.
knew that
So this time
he
around, he
needed to
chose to sit
adapt.
back. Yeah.
He needed to adapt.
Yeah, look, I'm gonna bring you back to the game, yeah, Chippa game, and not take you to Liverpool. I know you are still hurt by what happened there, but yeah, look, Pirates, Chippa. I mean, we just said Dane Clayton was over the moon. His first season of
Yeah, as a coach,
as a coach, and he went up against his former team.
former team. Yeah,
So yeah. My predictions are that in the next game, and Pirates will probably, win it again like they did the first game.
but then again, we're playing against Royal AM. They
Oof,
beat
Royal Aim
Sundowns,
is yeah. Royal Aim is not
They didn't
Sundowns.
beat
but
Sundowns. They
They
beat
they
beat
us,
lost
Chiefs.
bruh. They
They
beat
beat
now.
us. They
Chiefs.
beat.
They beat Chiefs.
The Chiefs, not Sundowns.
No.
Apologies.
Yeah. No,
So
Royal Aim is definitely a force, man. They, Mam Kize is
And you're playing away. Remember that, right?
yeah. In Natal.
yeah,
And they
so
are also wounded because they got a surprise of their lives in Stellenbosch. They
yeah.
got,
Oh
yeah,
yes, they
Royal
got
AM.
beat
They
in Stellenbosch
lost. They
as well.
lost
So
3 goals to 1.
yeah,
Yeah, it's quite a heavy
so
score.
it's gonna be a good game.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, both
yeah.
of them have lost, so they need to redeem
Correct.
themselves.
Correct.
I will just have to see next week. Are they playing this week? This week?
I think Paris are playing tomorrow. Who are they playing? Are they
Yeah,
playing
this
Mamkisa
week.
tomorrow?
Yeah, it should be this week because today was there was a game today.
Marisbeck,
Maritzburg
and
and
what?
Yeah, they're playing tomorrow against 7:30 tomorrow night,
yeah.
and then Sunday, Monday they're playing Super Sport.
Oh, oh.
Nah, but Supersport is dead, man. For
Yeah,
now, I think they've given away all their top players to Sundowns, so
Yo.
they are on a rebuilding phase right now. So it's not a threat as such.
Not at all. Like, they got beat 3-0 by TX Galaxy
Yeah.
this weekend. So,
And I see
but
Bernard Parker
talk
joined TS Galaxy as well.
Bunny?
Bernard Parker.
Oh,
oh
yeah.
yeah, I saw that. Hey, I saw some video clip today on Twitter of the chairman at TX Galaxy being pushed out there. I don't know.
At Orlando.
Is it at Orlando? Yeah.
It's an old video, yeah.
Oh, okay. I just saw it from Robert Marawa's tweet.
Mm.
Yeah, so it was being pushed out. He can't go in there.
Yeah, it was a game against TS. You remember during lockdown?
Yeah.
It was a story regarding permits. I think their permits were not corresponding with the team sheet or whatnot.
Okay.
So, but somebody was saying it was quite a political thing going on because they knew if they didn't allow him in, because there was a time when they announced there was a cup that was announced to take place, I think in January. That
But DSTV select or
yeah,
DSTV.
you select the group teams and then you select the best 11 within the three, something of that sort.
Yeah.
And Team Sugazi was against it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So this was the round 3 results.
can you
Yeah.
edit out the Sundowns Chiefs game, please?
Let's talk about it, man. Ali, what happened? What happened?
Is it a sore spot for you?
I'm still hurting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was quite a
What
throbbing.
could you have done better in this game, bro?
I think Arthur Zwane got his tactics wrong on the day. You know, when you play a team like Sundowns, if you're going to go all out, open play, they're going to punish you because that's where they want you. So I think we could have approached the game differently. Maybe sit back, wait for that. We got players, man, ball players now. We shouldn't be worrying too much. I mean, if we set back and then try and catch them on the breaks, just like TS Galaxy did during the week. That's how they played them. You put bodies behind the ball, and when you catch them, you've got speed, you've got your mark, got come. It was just unfortunate that that boy Dupree failed a late fitness test. Otherwise, it was going to be a different ball game altogether. But yeah, Sundowns were good, man, on the day, and they bossed us around. They created chances. They took their chances. So, and one other thing, I don't think for a game like Sundowns, you approach the game without an all-and-out striker. I mean, you don't have a striker. You have a false number 9, and for the center back, Sundowns center back, it was a holiday because there's no threat. You know, and you know that Chiefs is going to try and come from the wings, from the sides. They won't penetrate you through the middle of the pitch. So for me, I think we were caught napping. Well, the 2 mistakes by our defender. The first goal was a giveaway.
Ooh.
The second
Ooh.
goal, another mistake, costly mistake. You commit a penalty, and
Hey.
that's where the game was won, man. Like,
Everyone just went down afterwards.
yeah, the
Mm.
morale.
Yeah.
When a team
It lost
scores
us.
two,
Wow.
yeah.
It was sold
When you're
out, lost
leading
us.
2-0, now you play with confidence. You are unstoppable.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially when
We
you're playing at
missed
home.
we
Ah,
missed a
shucks.
penalty.
Nothing.
Man. That time the score is like 3-0. Huh?
Yeah.
You get a
Yeah.
penalty. It's your chance to come back into the game. You miss it. So
Yeah.
now the morale just went, you know what? Yeah, that was the story of our lives, man. Like,
Yeah.
hopefully this coming weekend we'll redeem ourselves because we're playing away, not away. It's a home game, but away from home. I think we're playing at the Moses Mabhida Stadium.
Who are you
We're
playing
playing,
against?
we're playing the top of the log, man. Richards Bay, the rich boys.
Hey,
Mm.
It's another one.
that's another one. Lebona,
You
they
know
didn't.
this newly promoted when they face Chiefs. Aye, man, always problems.
Nah, man. When you play against one of the biggest teams in South Africa, you have to show your worth.
Exactly.
So, people, we've been on for over an hour now.
That's my
Let's
cue, man. That's my cue. I need to prep
let's
for.
give before you go your predictions for next week. What was your highlights for this week? Actually, first,
The
yeah,
what?
highlight
Locally or overseas.
any of the football that you watched this week.
My highs were Arsenal versus Leicester when we won by 4 goals to 2. Not that I'm an Arsenal supporter, but I'm hopeful that this season Arsenal might be up there with the big boys. I'm hoping for a consistent play week in, week out. And my disappointment of the week was at Loftus Versfeld.
Mm.
Yeah, in front of a sold out crowd. huge loss. 4-0, man. It's no child's play. How do you bounce back from that? Hopefully, you've got players with heart and soul to soldier on. It's not going to be easy. What Arthur is trying to instill in these players is still early days. I mean, the type of play that he needs to play, you can see the signs are there, but we are still playing in patches. We are not there yet. But once he gets it right, I think it's going to be a marvel to watch. I'm being patient. So we'll
Right,
see.
right, right. KB?
Um, my highlight were certainly around coaches and just leadership. And I'll take you through the games basically that I saw that in the coaches. Shout out to Dane Clate. What he's doing with Chippa United, incredible. I think the win he got, he deserved it. He really frustrated Pirates, and he got the win. Another coach, a former player, PSV, that is Ruud van Nistelrooy. He's won 5 games in a row now. This is now including preseason and sort of the Charity Shield and the first games of the league. So he's really won all of them. Also his first season coaching PSV. So for sure we're gonna see. I'm hoping PSV wins the league this season. We've seen this
Yeah.
dominance by Ajax for quite some time. So a big shout out for him on that. From a leadership perspective, uh, shout out to James Milner at Liverpool. I think when we saw the red card happen, he
He
really
pulled us together.
he pulled it together. He got the guys, not to start yelling and do everything and just focus on the football,
Mm.
of the day. And I mean, even just Nunes, and I'm sure, he really he's pissed off with himself. He's got a lot to learn. He's still young,
No,
but
definitely.
the reaction that his team obviously had, he realized that, what, hey, but I was wrong here. I need to
Mm.
change my thing. So shout out to, like I said, the leadership of James Milner. That was the highlights for me. The lows, um, something nasty happening at PSG with Mbappe and Neymar. This whole penalty thing that was happening, and Mbappe starting to when he doesn't get past the ball. It's something that
Yeah.
you feel like a little boy
That little boy,
who's
Jorge.
privileged, who doesn't want to play with everyone, use these toys. It's just bad football, bad taste of football when you see players do that, man. It doesn't sit to the whole ethos or the belief of football that it's there to unite. It's not for the few. It's not for the privilege. It's for everyone. And
Everyone can kick that round ball. Everyone can
yeah,
do it.
yeah, yeah.
It's
I
not
mean,
for the poor.
he
It's not
missed
for
the
the
first
rich. It's for
penalty. He missed the first penalty. Neymar steps up and says, "Look, I want to take this one."
mm,
Just let him be, man. Let it be. So yeah, those are the lows for me. Other than just having a draw by Chelsea and the whole thing that happened right at the end. Other than, like I say, is that yeah, those are my lows and my highs.
all right. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not gonna give you my highs and lows. We
Oh, come
Ah,
on.
are
ah.
Shebeen.
You've been
uh,
unfair.
in this Shebeen, hey man, George's got the last word. George is saying that hey, we've had it. We'll see you again next week. Please don't forget us. We're here. There's a subscribe button at the bottom. If you want to press it, man. Come on. We need you here. We
Danko.
love you here. Come on.
Next
Danko.
week, next week, same
Eita,
place, same
eita,
time.
eita, eita, eita.
Nezenepi yabafethu amakhoto siyathengisa lana kwamam Jubet. Shebeen Talk. Lizwakaleni, will get us here. Thank you. Bring it on.
Danko.
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 All right. We'll see you all again next week. Come on. Come happy. And don't forget to watch your football.